FBs, friends with benefits, or fuck buddy if you want to be inappropriate and have YouTube demonetize you, although I turned my monetization off here, so I don't care. How do you manage FBs so they stay a long period of time? So one of the most common questions I get is, well, Caleb, wait a second. If a woman's an FB and I'm following the cardinal rules and she never can spend the night, we never go out, won't she get pissed off and eventually leave? Yes. This is called a listen fitty. Long, soft, next for temporary exclusivity. And what that means is she will eventually leave. She'll go hook up with a beta male. She'll get bored with him. Or in rare cases, she'll hook up with alpha male 1.0 and he'll cheat on her. Okay? Or sometimes the beta male can cheat. Beta males are still men. They cheat too, just takes them longer. And then she'll have problems, and then she will circle back to you because you were following all the cardinal rules. You were nice to her, you were attractive, you didn't kiss her ass, you made her orgasm every time you had sex, and on and on and on and on and on and on. My return rate is 94%. And I have maintained that return rate for almost 20 years. Yeah, and that includes FBs. So do FBs eventually leave? Yes. It's pretty rare to have a consistent FB over many, many, many years. Although I have done it, my longest consistent FB with no listen fitties whatsoever was 8 years. And I've had various ones that went 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. So I've done it. It is possible. Anyone who says it's impossible, it's not true. Yes, if you follow my models, if you follow the cardinal rules, you can maintain FBs for a long time. But to be honest and to be objective and to be fair, that is not typical. Most FBs will leave. But they come back. If she's going to come back, 80, 90% chance, who cares? Stop being so needy about this stuff. Well, if they don't kiss her ass, then she'll leave. Yeah. And then she'll come back. Do you care? You shouldn't be like pining like, oh no, I don't want my FB to leave me. FB is friend with benefits. That's not someone you're dating. MLTR is different. When an MLTR leaves, you might be a little sad. That's understandable. You should not give a fuck if an FB leaves. You shouldn't be like, oh no, this 19-year-old FB I've been hooking up with for 3 weeks just left me and it doesn't fuck me anymore. You'll go get another one. Who cares? Why are you concerned about this? It's not a big deal. So that's problem number 0 before problem number 1. If your initial concern is following the cardinal rules of FBs and the other FB rules, and you're like, and your first thought is, well, what if she leaves? Someone's being a needy pussy. You should not care. Should you be concerned if your wife leaves? Sure, that's different. Of course. We're talking about FBs, the lowest on the rung of the relationship models. So you should not care if they leave. But then I got to go get new ones. Not if you have a roster, not if you've built up a roster over time, which is what I've done. No, you don't need to go get new ones. If one of my FBs left, I would pull out my phone and text another one, and I'd be okay. I would probably have to text 2 or 3, and one would say yes. I've been living this lifestyle for almost 20 years. It's not a big deal. And this is outside the topic of sugar daddy game, where there's some money involved, perhaps, which actually raises your retention rates. But that's a separate topic outside the scope of this video. You get my point. So don't worry about FBs perhaps being temporary. What you want to worry about instead is doing everything right so that when they leave, and just assume that they will, I assume all FBs and MLTRs will eventually leave. When they leave, the odds of them returning to you are very high. So now you don't care if they leave. If an FB leaves me, you think I care? No. 94% chance she'll be back in 2 months, 6 months, year and a half. Depends the woman, depends on her age, depends a lot of factors. So I don't care. So, and I've said this many times, I know this sounds arrogant, this is what I've been thinking. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. This is what I think. When a woman says, I found another guy, I'm leaving, or they ghost me or whatever, I say to myself, I don't say this to her. I say, see you in a year and a half. I found a guy and we're really in love. We're going to get married and he's just great. And I really like you, but I have to, okay. I say, hey, that sounds great. That's why I text. And then I think to myself, or I say to myself, see you in a year and a half. And I'm almost always right. This stuff works.